Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. This is the quick build of a castle. I say quick, I don't know how quick it's actually going to be. I've pre-built it a little bit, so these are. It's just yeah, I've done the outside and the rooms, and this is just one of the bedrooms. It's the main male bedroom. I think everything I've chosen here is kind of custom content, unfortunately. I found it really hard to kind of get things that match like color wise, like with the custom content. Because I don't know, I really missed the Sims 3 kind of thing, the create a design tool here. I chose these end tables because I thought they went nicely with the bed, you know. And there you go, there some old candles. Um, Yeah, I don't know. I do really like those tiles. I'm not keen on the wall, I don't think, because I don't know, I downloaded all these medieval walls and they just kind of didn't fit for me. Um, so it was also hard. I don't know. I've never kind of been big on the um on sorry, got distracted by my own simming. I've never been big on kind of interior design. I love watching builds and stuff, but it always I don't know, I always feel like I'm missing something, you know. So when I was making this, I was just trying to it's a nice little tapestry, yeah. Um, see, yeah, I was just trying to make it look like a real place, like a real castle. That was kind of what I was doing. The bathroom you can see there, I kind of um I don't know. I might download a mod for like for Sims being able to pee like publicly. I'm playing the history challenge, which I haven't mentioned before, which I probably should have. I'm playing the history challenge, and they have. I know technically I'm not supposed to be doing this build yet because she's still only pregnant. She didn't have a baby yet. But I would know I was dying to get out of the classical age, and I was sick of my little old classical old Roman house. And I downloaded all this custom content, and I was dying to use it. Um, so yeah. Oh yeah, here's where I accidentally delete the door. Lol. Not the door, the floor. I don't even notice. And I was like, why is the floor clear? Did it never have a floor? Yeah, I didn't even notice when I did it. But I did notice eventually. I decided to go for kind of greens in this room to go with the bed. Um, yeah, again, the kind of getting all the wood to match I found difficult. Um, but we make do, don't we? Um, so yeah, basically in the castle there are two different wings. This is the lady's bedroom, the main lady's bedroom, like the lady of the house, her bedroom, because you can't have a man and a woman sleeping together in the same room. That would be horrific. So this is the Lord's room, and that's the ladies' room. And we also have a. Did I skip with that? Or did I really? Oh, sorry. Again, distracted by my own build. Um, yeah, you can. We also have the Lord's sister in the game, and kind of my ideas for that is that she's going to be like a. I don't know if I've decided to make her a lesbian yet, but basically, um, yeah, the idea is basically in classical times, I study classics, so I tried to make it kind of as real to life as I could. But in classical times, women couldn't really leave the house unless it was for funerals and religious festivals. So none of my female Sims in the classical times like they did leave the house, but they shouldn't have left the house. So what I have is a Sim, and she has like a male outfit because she has a curator. she has the curator aspiration. So, but like to fulfill that aspiration, you have to leave the house. So, yeah, I decided that she's gonna like sneak out of the house in like a man's outfit. She's got a little man outfit, and yeah, just enjoyed it. Maybe I like my plan is that the current lord is gonna hate his new wife. His name is Cleotis, the lord, and the wife's name is I can't remember. She's just a my family moved in. But yeah, so they're gonna hate each other, and they're just gonna get together for like breeding purposes. Um, um, yeah, that's my plan. And I was thinking maybe for a little bit of spice, that we could have uh the sister and the lady fall in love. I think that could be really spicy. There's the kitchen I made earlier. Um, yeah, it's like they don't go into the kitchen. Oh, look, my space is full from this video. Ha ha ha. Anyway, the kitchen is for the maid, basically. The lords won't go into the kitchen. They have their nice little dining room there, and that's kind of their banquet room. So I kind of wanted to make it kind of peasanty, kind of like, you know, like I don't know. I might download a mod for like a live-in maid or something. Again, missing like Bonehilda, God bless her soul. She would have been perfect, but she's not here. So, yeah. I think I kind of was wondering what to do at this point. Like, I don't know. It's yeah, I'm gonna make a little basement. I think we're gonna make a dungeon. Um, just a little bit of spice, throw some people down there, kill them. Why not? Um, yeah. So that is the kitchen there. We have a little bit of food stuff, baskets. These are the empty rooms that I haven't even thought about filling up yet. Back upstairs. Yeah, I kind of didn't know what to do here. If I should work on another bedroom or if I should, yeah, I have to change them, but I didn't pick anything else. I just took them away. That's a problem for another day. That's the entrance hall. So yeah, I didn't kind of know what to do, so I decided to make the maid's bedroom. The maid's bedroom there, that little tiny room. Basically, the maid kind of only lives in the kitchen, and the I was kind of looking for a sort of plain wall, but I couldn't really find one. Um, so I chose this pink. I do change it in the end, but I did choose it here. These cool bed frames. I was hoping that maybe um, that they could use just the bed frame because I was looking at it, I wasn't sure if the bed frame had an actual bed in it, but I put a bed in it and hopefully it'll work. I changed the walls. I can't remember where I changed. Oh yeah, I changed them to wood, like the kitchen. Um, this is the maid's room, so it's very simple, kind of very understated. Understated. I kind of just was like, I'm sick of building extravagant stuff. I'm going to build a maid's bedroom. So that's what we did. We have the maid's bedroom, and we have a little shitty toilet, and her wooden, her not her wooden, her stone bath. But I felt like it needed a bit of soft furnishing. But I was like, oh, I don't know how soft we can go because she's still a maid. So yeah, that's what we had a little dresser for. God bless her soul. And we changed the bed to match some clutter, some old clothes, a nice doll that she's brought from home. She didn't want to kind of become a maid. My idea is that the maid, if I can't find a mod for a live-in maid, what I'm going to do is what we're going to have is kind of a um, illegitimate daughter from the Lord, and she will become the maid, so to speak, like because her mother dies or something, and her father wants to keep her close. So she becomes the maid of the house. Very bitter, obviously, very sad. Um, yeah, I did this back hall. It was supposed to be like a back door kind of thing because I took this floor plan off of a real castle. But I messed around with it a bit. Obviously, the moat kind of fucked everything up. Yeah, if you didn't see my big massive moat, I was gonna put a pool in, but it looked weird, so I just didn't. Um, so instead, I just used the new terrain tools to just make all the ground around the castle really low. Um, so that's my moat. But I don't know, I suppose I don't really like how it looks either. But yeah, so this back hall, it was kind of unnecessary. Didn't need any painting. But what I decided to do was going to throw a big painting in it, and it's just going to be like, oh, this painting is there. Um, so that's what I did. And it's like, oh, this is a, I don't know, it's not an ancestral painting, but maybe it's like an old, yeah. Yeah. So, um, after that, after the good old painting, I decided to do the library. Um, Again, I don't know, I felt a bit weird kind of putting wood into it when it's all, everything else is stone. But I suppose my reasoning was they just threw some wood paneling down. What really pissed me off here is they didn't have any like long, big, sort of library-esque shelves. So I kind of just fucked around a bit with it. Um, did my own thing, made my own little weird library shelf. Um, yeah, again, disc almost full. You know, it's hard. It's really okay. I am playing Sims on the Mac. It is very hard to play Sims on the Mac, I will say. I'm playing with a ratty old mouse that is like literally falling apart. I'm shocked it has not broken on me yet. But yeah, I think this library actually looks really funny with a massive bookshelf there. I might go back and change that. But we'll see, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I wanted. For the other rooms, this I kind of just made up. But I think for the other rooms, I'm going to look up more better inspiration for like not inspiration, like Pinterest probably have photos of what medieval libraries actually look like and stuff. And also, I suppose for this build, I didn't kind of adhere very strictly to kind of medieval, um, I don't know, aesthetic. I mean, everything is it's a bit of an amalgamation of old things, like wood, those bookshelves definitely are not medieval. But you do have to make do on the Sims. That's definitely not medieval desk. Yeah, but you do have to make do. So that's what I did my best to do. Again, a typewriter in medieval times. Um, Again, I kind of decided what to do here, whether I should kind of change up the library because I do kind of hate that massive bookcase. But I still left it. You know, what can you do? I decided to do a little like drawing room type thing here. Um, yeah, again, it was really hard finding pictures on Pinterest, even for the drawing rooms and stuff. Like, medieval times, I feel like everything was just ugly. So it's a kind of Victorian inspired medieval build, especially because a lot of the items I've used are from the Vampires expansion pack, and all that stuff is Victorian-ish, Gothic-ish. I don't know what year Gothic was. I probably should, because Gothic was medieval, was it? Or was it Renaissance? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it was yeah, the mouse stopped working there. Oh no, build wasn't on. Yeah, it was just kind of getting stuff to work, which I found hard. I just want kind of, I don't know, something to look good, I guess. But it's not that simple, really. I suppose this was geared as a more feminine room for the lady to like, you know, for the lady to, sorry, my brain's gone fuzzy. For the lady to entertain guests and stuff. Um, because I don't know, there was always like a men's entertaining room and a ladies' entertaining room. Everything was all super gendered back in the day. Um, it was just trying to find things that kind of fit with the era and also aesthetically. So that's what I did my best to do, really. And it was annoying because I could only really use that chandelier, um, because you're not allowed to have like you're not allowed to use electronic light, and if you're not using electronic light, there's only one candle chandelier. And I could have downloaded more, absolutely, but like I've downloaded so much custom content already. Like I was going through my computer today, and apparently I've got like 20 gigabytes in my Sims 4 folder. And my poor computer, my poor little laptop, she's suffering. She is absolutely suffering. I think I was looking for a nice wall thing here. Um, why didn't I put that over the door? That would have been way nicer over the door. Tell ya, hindsight is 2020. Um, another tapestry. Woo! It's a lion. Um, yeah, I kind of gratuitously used the tapestries in this because I felt like they were the only art that kind of fit the era. I ran out of money at this point and I felt really bad kind of using more, but I also really wanted to finish the house. I kind of floundered here as well, wondering what to do. I think I end up doing the nursery. Um, so yeah, I do like watching myself build. It's nice. Everything looks so like professional and like clean at 300% speed. Um, and then my voice comes along and ruins everything. But listen, isn't that the way? I didn't know where to put this crib. It's such a massive room that like I was like, where on earth should I put this? And I also could not find a single photo of what a child's nursery looked like in medieval times. Did children have nurseries? Were they just thrown into a big, you know, stone room? Who could tell, you know? I'll also be probably changing this room when the child grows up, etc. But um yeah, I made it kind of it's a cute little bear. He's a night bear that I ordered off. Yeah, I'm making it kind of it just didn't look right for me, no matter what I did. I always hate putting things in the middle of rooms, but I also feel like if you want it to look real, it has to be in the middle of a room, you know? I don't think I did much of that for this build though. And also, the toddler stuff is just not medieval era. It's just not. So what can one do? Um, yeah, at this point it was more about aesthetics and functionality, really. I'll probably think about functionality later. I also downloaded a bunch of toys, but I think they're just some decorations rather than toys. That's me having a look for them. God bless my soul. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It'd be really cool, like, if the kids could, like, use that shit, but they cannot. Um, and I was like, no, a boat isn't Victorian, not Victorian. See, slipping up myself. This is such a Victorian room. It's not really medieval at all. It's so kind of like, yeah, Victorian. Those are Victorian toys. That's a kind of Victorian-ish crib. Whatever, when I come to the industrial times and the history challenge, we'll have a mad time with all this Victorian shit. Also, I downloaded this custom content and it's all like tailor stuff, and it's really weird. So it's got like, all kind of tailor stuff, but I don't need any tailor items, so I felt like I kind of wasted those items. We're working now here on the like sister's bedroom here, the one who is probably going to be a lesbian. The brother is gay, I think. He hates women so much, so he's just gonna be so mean to his sisters. And if he has daughters, he's just gonna hate them and they're gonna hate him. Um, and he'll just like he and his wife will just have sex like every so often just to procreate. This era, in this era, you have a challenge to have seven different babies with one sim. I don't know if the father matters, so maybe she'll have an illegitimate baby. But yeah, seven different babies at one sim. So they will have to have a lot of sex. And I think she's gonna be pregnant basically all the time. But I'm gonna see if I can get a live-in nanny. I was gonna choose that bed, yeah, but it didn't work, A, and B, he didn't color the bed covers, so it just all looks wood. So I chose this one instead. Um, yeah, I don't know. I do like this bedroom a lot. I was thinking she's the person I've kind of thought the most about in personality wise. So I enjoyed kind of making it for her personality. Um, she's going to be quite well read. She's the kind of, she resents being a woman in this world basically. And so she reads a lot and she has her little men's outfit to escape. You know, she acts like a peasant boy, and she goes out and she digs for rocks and stuff, and that's what she likes to do. I probably should have thrown some rocks in here. Actually, that would have been cool, but I didn't. I can do that later, I suppose. Again, like what lights can you use really? Just these ones, really. Um, yeah, it'll be fun to figure out um which like relative is going to be do the vampire challenge, because you could do the big vampire family thing in this one. So it'll be interesting to kind of see um that painting. Please tell me I'll move that painting. I don't think I do. Horrendous. Honestly. Um yeah, there's the vampire challenge for this era as well. So you can start having vampires, and I do love vampires. So I will probably be turning someone into a vampire. But then, I'll have to kill them at some point because I don't want, one vampire to stick around forever. I do have the vampire aging mod so that they will die eventually, but I already feel like they live too long. I don't know. I don't know. I want to put loads of books in here. She's reading so much to escape her brother and the wife, her brother's wife, who he just married. She has a mean trait as well, so she's not gonna be very nice to her either. Um, so yeah, they all just kind of don't like each other. We'll see how she is with the children. I don't know. I haven't decided what kind of aunt she's going to be. Um, but definitely she reads a lot and she kind of, yeah, it's just what she does. Um, yeah, maybe she won't have an affair with the sister if she's got the mean trait. I'm just remembering all this as well. Just because like, you know, it's all just like she's mean. Maybe she's like just ostracized and she's alone. It's so sad though. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how the game goes. The wife is always going to be pregnant as well, so maybe she just has an affair with a maid. Oh, interesting, interesting. That's that room done. Again, I'm kind of floundering at what to do. At this point I usually get bored and I just play because they have all their functionality there. I think I decided to do. What did I decide? Oh, I threw a rug in the room. Yeah, rugs just kind of make rooms look a lot more finished, I suppose. So I've just been. I think I might have stopped working there again. God bless. Um, it's a really long time for my mess to stop working. Anyway, yeah. So I throw rugs in every room. I don't think I'm going to do much with the entrance hall. I think I'm just going to leave those two massive statues and that's it. And I throw a rug in. Again, rugs. Am I right? You know. Um, so yeah, I decided to work on a little sort of exercise fighting room here. So like it's gonna kind of be where the brother or the Lord goes to train. Um, there's like a punching bag in it. That's the only thing that is actually functional. The rest is all just decoration. But I suppose in a house this big, it is going to be, you know. Um, and see that? That is from my poor laptop and all my creative content and this video. Disk is almost full. It sure is, baby. Like, we're all doing our best. Um, I'm doing my best. I just threw loads of these dummies in here. Um, I don't know. Again, it's just hard to kind of find stuff that works because it's all a bit, Anyway, I think I left it there. I also deleted that room because we're only gonna have one servant if I do get a servant mod. So there's only gonna be one servant, and so I just changed it into a little hallway. Um, yeah, and then I think that room there is going to be a not the room I'm working on, the room beside it that's empty. That's going to be a little music room. Um, so yeah. Um, those little alcoves in the back, those kind of octagonal circular ones, like the turrets or the, you know, towers, I suppose. I'm not going to put anything in there. They're purely for like an aesthetic point of view. Um, so yeah, that's it really in terms of that. Um, I threw a nice little organ in here. I felt that was quite medieval. Um, Again, like I don't know how I would have done this build without the vampires pack. Did kind of save my ass a whole bunch of times. So yeah, we have an organ. We're gonna have a little violin. I chose a nice, really expensive one. And I was gonna see if there were any more instruments, but there wasn't. I was like, oh, I'll throw an easel in it. They can paint and like listen to music, and it's just gonna be all really cute. It's quite a small room, and I think that for its function, it's almost, I don't know. I don't know if there would have been rooms that small back in the day. Another tapestry. Do love my tapestry name. Um, And I think I just put, oh yeah, oh, and a rug. Can't forget the rugs. Rugs are very important in this build, because all the floors would have been stone or wood in this case. And I suppose it all been very cold. I don't know when carpet was invented, but it definitely was not invented at this point. So yeah, do I leave the room there? Oh, I think I put a little chair in. Yeah, I was just thinking that would be a good idea. See, my brain is already ahead of my brain. The things I think are so perfect. And so, yeah, so they can do a little sit down and listen. And then that room's done. What room did I do next? I can't remember. Did I do something in that room? Oh, I made another library, I believe. But first, I put a rug into the library because I did feel like it was unfinished. But now look, nice little rug. Looks a bit more together. Um, so yeah, didn't know what to do in this room. What did I do in this room? Oh yeah, I made another little living room type space. I got a bit, I got a bit bored at this point of building, so I did kind of take inspo from um the pre-made rooms. So this is just another kind of living room type space. I don't know what they would call it, drawing room. I have no idea. Um, so yeah, I feel I did kind of change it up a bit. I don't know if I'm allowed to have bars actually in this era. May change it, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Um, so yeah, I think this room is not my favorite. I think it actually might be my least favorite aside from the kids' rooms because I really hate the kids' rooms. The kid room rather. The nursery. I just really don't like it. I just feel like it's not finished. It's not clean enough. But I also couldn't figure out what to kind of put in it. Um, I do end up changing that rug. It's too pink for the room. It doesn't suit the whole vibe. Um, yeah, yeah, I don't know. Again, a rug, throw a rug in and everything kind of seems better. I did want to kind of use different rugs in every room. Yeah, just to kind of have that. I don't know. I always feel like dynamacy needs to be a word, but it isn't. What I mean is like dynamic. It needs to be dynamic. It needs to have, you can't say it needs to have dynamic. It needs to have dynamacy, which I feel like is a word that needs to exist. And I always say it in my head, but I never say it out loud because, you know, it's not a real one. But listen, beggars can't be choosers. So yeah, we're doing our best. We're just living our lives. This is the second library. I actually love this room. Like I actually just love it. Um, I Yeah, it's a great thing for when you have like a whole family who hates each other because you have so many it's a massive big castle and there's only three Sims in the family at the moment. She is pregnant, but I mean there's four. There's four Sims. So they have this massive room, massive castle, and so they have a couple libraries, they have a music room. One of them can just go hit the punching bag all day. It's all available for them. They have the world at their fingertips. And maybe if I stop being lazy, I'll actually build that moat. But it's very hard with the octagonal towers to build it with the pool function. So yeah, I used this bookcase because I felt like it was sort of non-threatening enough to be from medieval era. It wasn't like, oh, this is a super modern bookcase. I mean, it probably is too modern for the time, but so it's like half the shit in this house. So what can you do? I persevered. I am a fighter. I'm not going to give up. I can't remember the next lyric of that song. But yeah, so what I did is I just layered them up, kind of. And we just have a nice, sexy bookcase, baby. It's really cool. Again, I think this would be more for the women. Um, can't have men and women in the same room when they're not, procreating for God. And that is the truth on that. There you go. There you go. I'm giving you the tea here. Okay. Um, yeah, it's all just we're living our lives. We keep going. You know, I'm really interested actually with this idea that I've had about if she can have an affair with the maid, the sister. But it means I'll have to find a live-in maid mod. Can you get a live-in nanny as it is? Hmm, maybe. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. A live-in nanny might sort it for us. I'll have to Google it. I've actually never ordered a nanny in this game because I've always felt it was stupid. But this is the kind of family that's going to have a nanny, I think. They hate their kids. They hate being alive. They hate having kids. But she's still going to have so many. She's just going to keep having them. She's going to pop them out one after the other. Because you know what? If you really want to show the world how awful it was for women, you gotta be realistic. So she's gonna pop out 7 kids, one after the other. She's currently a teen, I think, and I do have teen pregnancy on. Because yes, she is pregnant. Um, this room is actually it's not very medieval, is it? But it is pretty cool. I'd like a room like that in my gaff. Yeah, maybe I would. I feel like it's so many books I would have to have. Although I do like having books. I don't know, the world's a different place when you can get it made, am I right? And I did put a tapestry in, I'm not gonna lie, I have put a tapestry in almost every room in this place. But that's because tapestries are great. Anyway, I decided to do this room here. It's the second bedroom, in the male wing. Yeah, I kind of played around with this single bed for a bit, then I played around with walls and stuff. I don't know, it just kind of didn't really, I wasn't feeling it really, so I deleted both of those. And I decided, that it's gonna be the vampire's room. Oh, baby. So, yeah, I actually, you know what? This wallpaper is beautiful, the Flora bat motif. It's actually gorgeous, even though it's, bats. It is still really pretty. And I do love it. I do think it's very nice. So I put it in a nice little coffin for our boy or girl, actually. I suppose you know what? A vampire will be allowed in the male wing. I've just decided that there. Um, yeah, we're doing our best for God, is what we're doing. Um, yeah, I didn't want to make this room too bright because a vampire would hate the light. So I kind of tried to make it not dark, but ominous. It's a sinister sort of room. It's not the room that I think any of the rest of the family goes in because it just is kind of, you know, scary. Um, I guess I'm putting in another tapestry. We do love tapestries in this house. Um, and I also threw in this werewolf thing because I've been wanting to use it for the whole build, but I just couldn't justify it. But I did. And we also throw in this nice portrait of Vlad, a good vampire friend, who's actually still alive in this game. Maybe we'll kill him. You know what? It's all just coming together. Um, Very exciting stuff. And we've got to throw in a rug as well. Can't have a room without a rug. I can't wait. I actually don't think that rug suits it perfectly. But beggars can't be choosers. I also threw in these massive statues because I decided that our vampire is quite religious in a vampire sort of way. And also the statues knock out the light as well. Anyway, I think that's where I left it. I threw in a couple more statues in the hall and stuff. But yeah, that's it. I didn't really do anything else. I thought about furnishing the halls, but I also like them kind of ominous and scary. So there you have it, folks. There you have it.